You sometimes feel like you're in a cage. Some cages are for your own safety. Other cages just hold you down. Today we're going to talk about the keys to your cage. I don't know if you believe this or not, but you are in a cage. It's called your body. I think it's a good cage, but it's still a cage. But there's no key for you to get out of your body right now. In fact, why would you want to? The thing is to learn how to be in your body, but get your body, your mind, your spirit, your health, your financial world out of the cage that it currently is in. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Good morning. My name is Mark Shepard, and you have reached Healing Pastures, what I call the farm church, the green gospel of living an authentic, healthy, vibrant, meaningful life in today's crazy, screwed up world. And for me, there's one key, and the biggest, most foundational key is the fact that every one of us is kind of like my greenhouse here. It's aging. Every one of us is aging. Not a single one of us is going to get out of here alive. So for me, whenever I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing, or not sure if I'm in the right place, or not sure if I've done something smart, or if I'm just being dumb, the thing that unlocks my own stuff is the realization that I am going to die. It sounds morbid, but most of us go through our lives thinking that we are immortal, and we're not. If I stood here on this road long enough, I would eventually get run over, right? It is possible that a meteorite could nail me right where I'm standing, or I could die of a heart attack. There's so many ways we can leave the matrix that we might want to take a moment at the beginning of every day and notice, oh, we're still here. To take death as an advisor is one of the key principles of the ancient body of wisdom from the Toltecs, as described in the books of Carlos Castaneda. And I highly urge you to check those out. But the bottom line is, Don Juan Matus said to Carlos, you need to take death as your advisor. And if things are really bad, look over your left shoulder and ask death if it's over. And death will say, not till I tap you on your shoulder. You're still alive. If you're alive, there's hope. If you're alive, it's possible. It is possible that you can make it to the next day. So ultimately, the foundation key to your cage is the knowledge. We are all here temporarily living in these beautiful meat suits, which are just basically where our spirit is temporarily residing. So it's kind of a cage, but if you take care of it, it can be a pretty nice cage to be in. Boom. Hey, welcome to Healing Pastures, the farm church. And I call it a farm church because while it's not kind of like this church, which is actually a church built by farmers, it's more like a place in your mind, realizing that as we go through life, we live in these bodies. These bodies are not permanent. As you can see behind me, none of us gets out of here alive. So living now is really important, but it doesn't mean that you're just making music and like the grasshopper and not working like the ant. You know what I mean? The ultimate concept is that we are here temporarily. So being here and how we show up while we're here, it's cold. How we show up while we're here matters. And if it doesn't matter to other people, it does matter to us. So the foundation key is we're going to die. And once you realize that it's temporary, then you can make some decisions about how you would like it to be while you're here. Number 2, and it's kind of related, we are spirits in bodies, not bodies with spirits. So the fact that we are physical means we need to take care of our body, which means we need to eat good food. And it's harder and harder to get good food because of our food system. And our food system is mostly determined by our monetary system. And so because we live in a system of fiat money, where the money basically is not backed by anything, it's just paper. It's just the Federal Reserve clicking. And boom, all of a sudden things start to get more and more expensive. Not because things are getting more expensive, but because the money is worth less and less. So part of what I'm doing here is trying to figure out how I can make the last years of my life count. If not for me, then for a legacy that I leave behind. So that is partly why I'm doing this insane thing at age almost 65. I'll be 65 very soon, starting a farm from scratch. When it's so easy just to go to the grocery store and buy the factory farmed food that's in those outer aisles. And if you're going to start someplace, at least start by buying your food from the outer aisles of the grocery store rather than the inner aisles, which are heavily, heavily processed. And maybe that's where you start. The bottom line is we need to be conscious of the fact that this is where we are going to end up. And you can maybe freak out and get sad about it. I'm kind of freaked out by the fact that this is going to end, and I dealt this summer with a lot of sheep dying from snails and other maladies and illnesses. So it really impressed upon me how fragile this thing called life is. So I'm going to keep it short today, and we're just getting started on all the keys to the cage. I've started re-recording my song, The Key to Your Cage, and this is what I'm working with this week. So I just wanted to grab a few moments here in this beautiful, beautiful, crisp, late October morning, and to realize that we are basically the recipients of a gift. And the gift is consciousness. The gift is awareness. The gift is the fact that we are on this rock spinning through space, and we have this beautiful little sun, which most of the year keeps us pretty warm. And the fact that we have seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall. Things grow in the spring and thrive in the summer and fall, and then they die. They die back because of the winter. Everything is in a cycle. And the thing is to recognize your own cycles and to work with them and to pay attention to the fact that none of us gets out of here alive. So that's it for today's Sunday message. There's so much more. I'm working on it. I'm writing stuff down every day. Things are moving. Changes are happening. And life goes on. Life goes on. With us or without us. So let's participate fully in this thing called life. That's my message for today. I wish all the best for you. Hope, health, wealth, healing, aliveness, enlightenment. Lighten things up. Love, joy, peace, and grooviness. Peace, love, and grooviness. Amen. Mark Shepard, your guide to the keys to your cage today. Boom. Here's the song.
Your cage, it's the steps to your stage, it's the jewel of your rage, in the war we all wage, it's the wind in your sail, it's the wind in your veil, the card that gets you out of jail, it's the steel in your rail. It's the key to your cage. It's the key to your cage. It's the key to your cage. It's the word on the street. It's the gift of a thief. It's your sigh of relief at your brand new belief. It's the road out of town. It's the lofting you down. It's the sound of the sound of your feet on the ground. It's the key to your cage. It's the key to
Woo, it's bright. I'm not complaining. A little sunlight's good. So I've driven around the block this morning. It's a big block. It's not a city block. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful morning. I had to get out. I had to capture it. And check this out. Check this out. I'm going to flip the camera. All right. So this is conventional farming. It's a monocrop. It's corn. So now for the rest of the winter, this soil will be bare. All right. Okay, not a criticism of my neighbors. They're doing what they need to do. This is the system. A CAFO, a confined animal feeding operation, leases this land from my friend, my neighbor, and they grow the food for their cows that never leave the building, right? But as I came around the corner, here's the brick chapel where I was standing not too long ago, talking about the foundational cage that we're all in, this notion that somehow we have time, because we don't. That church was founded in 1815 by the people that farmed this land over 100 years ago. Almost, no, 200 years ago, right? And the land is still being farmed, but every year there's less and less topsoil. Every year the soil goes that way, downhill to the river, the little river, and then to the Grass River, and then to the St. Lawrence River, and then out to the sea. Doing things the way we've been doing it, I mean, ultimately we want to get back to a lot of older methods that actually use systems to create soil, to build soil, to protect soil. Ultimately, living as if we have time, as if the soil will last forever, is a cage. And we'll talk about that in future episodes, but that's where we are right now. I'm gonna flip the camera again. So, beautiful Sunday morning. Hope you enjoyed the song. I hope you enjoyed the message. Hope you enjoyed just thinking a little bit about what we're doing here and the fact that we are in a crisis point in America. The government has been shut down for quite a while now, and the Democrats and the Republicans can't work together. And to me, it's just a sign that something big is coming. And because there's so much uncertainty, we need to get our shit together personally. We need to get our shit together relationship-wise with each other. We need to get our shit together as communities. We need to get our shit together as larger gatherings of humans, because the future of our planet and the future of our human race is kind of at stake. But you can't allow yourself to get overwhelmed with it. You got to start small. You got to start where you are. And so today, just think about the keys to your cage. Think about the ultimate key to your cage. And I will talk to you next time. Sending out thoughts to those of you who are struggling, those of you who are working on your stuff. You're not alone. Some of us out here are thinking deeply and doing whatever we can do with this little bit of life force that we've been given to do something to free ourselves from the cages of our minds, our bodies, our spirits, our habits, our patterns, our routines, the way we're doing it, Things are changing, people, and they're changing really fast. So take a deep breath and take really good care of yourself today, all right? Peace, love, grooviness. Amen. All right, it's windy. Got some girls here. Should have counted them. Not wasting much time. Let's see if they go right for the alfalfa or what. Yeah, they're eating the grass. Oh, she checked out the alfalfa. Your job, girls, is to knock down all the brown stuff. Kind of like this. Like that. They're not in tight enough and I don't have enough sheep. But, there we go. There we go. She's eating the alfalfa. They're liking it. Alright, good. Let's go get the rest.